Hi everyone! Today I'll be sharing a review of my latest bag purchase, which is the Nano Boulogne. I'll be sharing details on the features, what fits, size comparisons, pros and cons, and then finally I'll be sharing my overall thoughts on this bag. So if we haven't met, my name is Jo and I'm a lover of all luxury bags and beauty. If you like this type of content, please like and subscribe and be sure to click the notification button so you'll be notified every time I post a new video. So for those of you who know me, you know I am a mini bag girl. So I don't think there's any surprise that I scooped up this newest release the moment it came out. It was released, I think, at the end of June. So this is the Nano Boulogne, which is the smallest size of this style, and the style itself is a revamp of the original vintage version. The Boulogne comes in a PM size, and then they just released a GM size that is in the Empreinte, and of course now they have this Nano version. Now, this Nano size is currently $1,880, which is about $700 less than the next size up, which is the PM size. So let's talk a bit about the features. Now, this bag in many ways is the exact miniature version of the larger sizes. It features this curved silhouette and it has the rounded rectangular base, and it does have these little corner pieces of vachetta that do not actually sit at the bottom of the bag. So you have canvas at the bottom. The bag also comes with this mini removable chain, and it also has this shoulder strap which can be adjusted. So you take these two little snaps off here, and then you're able to stretch the bag out, the strap I mean, and then these two snap together here, and now you have a crossbody option to wear the bag. Now I do like wearing it crossbody because I do feel like the curve here really does kind of hug into your body in a really flattering way. Something else to note is that the vachetta on this bag is treated, so it does offer some protection against water and oils and whatnot. It also means that the color of the leather here will remain roughly this color for the life of the bag. The only other detail to note is that they do have an embossing here in the corner on the front of the bag. It says Louis Vuitton Paris. So the zipper on this bag is really smooth. I was really impressed. I do love a good smooth zipper. So the interior is just an open space. There aren't any pockets or anything for organization. You have your regular tag. It shows that my bag was made in France. Now, in terms of dimensions, the bag is 7.5 inches long by 5.5 inches tall and 3 inches deep. In terms of weight, including the straps and the chain, this bag is about 7 ounces, so it's pretty light. So let's go ahead and take a look at what fits. So we'll go ahead and open her. So first we have a lip balm, lip gloss. This is from K-Skin. I really like the color of this one. Next we have my phone. This is again my iPhone 14 Pro, and the case is from the Valerie Constance. It's really pretty. I've got my trusty Key Pouch S. This is my current catch-all. It is one of my favorites. Got my Coach card holder, my key pouch, some gum, a mirror, a comb, and a lippy. since I can't fit my full-size hand sanitizer in my bag, given all the things that I just shown fit, I did find that my hand sanitizers from Bath and Body Works fit perfectly into this Nano Alma bag charm. And so I just go ahead and attach it right here. And so now it just sits like this, and I think it looks so cute all together. So one other thing I wanted to show is whether or not it fits a Pro Max. So I have my husband's Pro Max, and he has the bulkiest case known to man on here. So if this can fit, any phone can fit. So let's go ahead and look at that. It fits. So for those of you who own the Pro Max, rest assured this nano bag can fit the Pro Max. So for size comparisons, I'm going to go ahead and compare this bag to the other nano bags that I have in my collection. So the first one we have is the Nano Alma, which I feel like is going to be the closest comparison. So here is the front-facing view of these two bags. Here, if you can see side by side, the Boulogne is longer by probably, I don't know, like an inch or two. And because the Alma is so much more structured than the Boulogne, I feel like it does restrict the capacity of the Alma. But other than that, the base is pretty similar, and the Boulogne is a little higher just at those tall points. It's going to be hard to see, but yeah, just at these corners here. So it doesn't give a lot of space, but you'd be surprised how much more can fit because of it. So in terms of what fit in the Alma with regards to the items that I had put into the Boulogne, this is what could fit. So I managed to get the lippy in there, my phone, the comb, my key pouch S, my card holder, and the mirror. But I couldn't fit the key pouch, lippy, or my gum. So still pretty impressive for a really small nano bag, but again, this Boulogne really does fit a lot more than I would say the average nano bag does. So next we have the Nano Speedy, and honestly, these two bags are totally different shapes. The Boulogne is definitely taller. It is longer by a good amount, but it is also slimmer than the Speedy overall, especially as you get from, you know, the middle of the bag upwards. The Speedy Nano can fit a lot. As you can see, it fit everything in here except the key pouch S, which is carrying a good amount of stuff. And the reason it can't fit is because it can't slide in through this limited opening space. Because the zipper on the Speedy Nano doesn't go down on the sides, like there's no way for this thing to like squeeze into the bag. Now, honestly, I bet I could take all the contents out of this one and get them into the Speedy because I still have a good amount of room. But to me, this is a major con of the Speedy Nano, and something that is notably better with the Nano Boulogne. Now, just in case you don't have any of those nano bags, I am going to show the pochette accessoire because I feel like that is a much more common bag for people's collections. So here they are side by side. Obviously, the PA is a lot longer than this Nano Boulogne, but it's also a lot slimmer. So as expected, everything does fit in the PA with no issue. It is a pretty spacious bag given its size. But again, we've got this stupid wonky zipper, which is why I just don't like this bag, especially when you carry it. I feel like it just does this insane wonkiness. It could be because mine's old, I understand that, but I shouldn't have to zip my bag and then obsessively try and arrange it to make it straight every time I use it. I hate this. Okay, sorry. Anyway, let's move on. So now let's talk about the pros and cons. In terms of pros, I will say that the first thing I've noticed is that this nano bag really is quite spacious. As I just showed you, it can fit a lot of items easily. And I want to put an emphasis on that word easily, because I feel like the other nano bags, such as the Alma and the Speedy, I can fit a good amount of things, but they are snug, or I have to kind of do some acrobatics to get things in and out of the bag. But this one, I don't have that issue. Things can slip inside and out of the bag with little to no issues, and I really appreciate that. I also like the size. Overall, I do think it is a nice proportion to my frame. And again, I like how the bag kind of curves in there so it sits well on the waist. I also, of course, like the fact that the chain and the strap are removable. I am always all about versatility and being able to switch out whether it's straps or whatever it is to change up the look, the style, or the use of the bag. So for example, I do like the fact that this is a shoulder bag, but I've also tried it with some of my other straps, which I'll show you. So here it is with my strap from my S'more BB. And I just feel like it has a different look with this strap because this one is thicker and it, doesn't have the two layers. I just think it looks very polished. So here it is with a canvas strap. I stole this one from my Pochette Matisse East West. So it still kind of has that shoulder option, but it's kind of nice if you want to tone down the amount of vachetta that you have showing. So here I stole my more burgundy or Bordeaux colored strap from my mini Boborg hobo bag, and I paired it with the little cherries here for just a different vibe. I don't know how I feel about this one, but again, I'm just trying it out, and my point is that, you can have other ways to dress up a bag when the straps are removable. And finally, this is going to sound crazy, but I feel like the price of this bag is neutral, borderline pro. And I say this in the context of comparing the price to the other nano bags. So for example, the Nano Diane is $200 more. And while I don't have that bag anymore, I can assure you it did not fit nearly half of what this bag can fit. Now the Alma and the Speedy are roughly about the same price when comparing across those, but I would say this one is far more functional in terms of what fits and how you can get things in and out of the bag. So for me, I think this one is worth the price in that context. In terms of cons, to be honest, I really don't think there are many. I would say the one thing I don't love is this strap. Now, I think it is the perfect length as a shoulder bag, especially with this dip here. It's really easy to get it onto your shoulder. But I will say that for the crossbody option, the length is quite short. And I'm petite, I'm around 5'2", and this bag barely hits my hip. It's like a little higher on my hip when I wear it crossbody. Also, I will say, if it's not worn quite right, you can kind of feel this bump here where the snaps connect when you're wearing it crossbody, and you can kind of feel it a bit on your shoulder. So, I mean, I could deal with this. Again, I don't think it's a deal breaker, but since I have other bags that have similar vachetta straps, I'm just going to go ahead and use those. So I do plan to use the strap from my Nana Alma instead. That one is just the regular vachetta strap with like the normal adjustments just for the length. It doesn't have this snap. So I do think it will be better for me. That said, I do like the fact that I have this strap so I can wear this bag as a shoulder bag. I don't really have many, if any, shoulder bags in my collection. So I think that it's nice to have this strap, and I do think I actually will wear this as a shoulder bag because it's so comfortable to slip on. Another thing I'll note is, again, there are no feet, and the handbag heels just don't look right on this one. I think just because it's so small and it's such a relaxed looking bag, it just looks a little strange. So at the end of the day, you know, at the very least, the bottom is canvas, so you're not dealing with vachetta at the bottom or anything along those lines. Finally, I will say, because the canvas on this one is a little softer and it does kind of have that stretch and give to it, which overall I do think is a positive because you can fit more things. I will note that if you put a lot of things in, some of the items kind of may show through with that silhouette. So this might not bother most people, but for me, it really bugs me. And so I just really don't want to have that on the front of the bag. So what I typically do is I keep my key pouch S in the front of the bag because it is quite wide and large, so it kind of covers the entire front plane of the bag. So when I put it back in, as you can see, it reaches near the top, and when I zip it, it's now nice and flat. So for my overall thoughts, I just like this one, guys. I really, really like it. I can confidently say that this is my new favorite among my nano bag collection. It is so functional. It has that mini cuteness factor. And I really like the fact that it is such a carefree and versatile style. So I definitely recommend it for all the other mini bag lovers out there, or for someone who wants a smaller bag, maybe for particular occasions, but they still want one that can afford a good amount of space. This is definitely a great option. So my newfound love for this bag was really the driving factor for why I ended up letting my Nano Diane go, along with a number of other bags. So if you are interested in what else I let go of, you can watch my recent vlog sale video. There are a few bags that are still available, so definitely check it out. So that wraps up my review, and as always, I would love to hear what you think in the comments below. Do you like this bag? How does it compare for you to the other nano bags that are on the market? I always love just having those conversations with you guys in the comments section. I know we all have different perspectives and thoughts, so I'm really curious to know what you guys think. Again, if you like this type of content, please remember to like and subscribe. It would really mean a lot to me to have you join this community. If you want to watch some more of my videos, I will have a playlist here, and then YouTube is going to recommend a video they think you would like there. Otherwise, bye for now.